Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Not Your Journey to Take, Early Morning Sip and Chat. It is around 4-ish in the morning. So if you're up, I'm hoping that you have your coffee, your tea, or getting your first 16 ounces of water in. I want to welcome you. Hey, Erica, whether you're watching the replay or the live, I want to welcome you for joining me for Not Your Journey to Take, Early Morning Sip and Chat. I have my lemon ginger tea. Hopefully that you have something that's very appeasing to you, whether it be tea, coffee, and or water. I actually have both. So I want to say good morning again. Welcome you. My name is Keisha Mason Campbell. I am the author of Not Your Journey to Take. I teach women that no is a complete sentence, and I show them how to establish healthy boundaries with their families while putting their needs first. So I want to welcome you, and this week we've been talking about your boundaries and your goals for 2023. We talked about early on, New Year's resolutions versus goals. New Year's resolutions to me are temporary. That's something that you set and you usually don't stick to it and you won't go back to it. But goals, however, usually has something underlying with it where you want to accomplish something or you want to do something or you want to make some things happen. So you're more likely to accomplish those goals. Or if you are unable to accomplish those goals within the time that you set forth, you will go back to setting those goals and making sure that they are accomplished. And then I asked you to put in a comment in the comments, DM me, whether you're watching the replay or the live, to share with me one of your boundaries or a couple of your boundaries for 2023. And talk about your goals. Tell me about one or two of your goals that you've set for 2023. We could talk about it. Now, every goal may not be accomplished on the first try. Every boundary may not be established when you first initiate it. Because everybody don't respect your boundaries. Everybody are not looking towards your boundaries. They're not expecting your boundaries. So you really have to sit in it. You have to be honest with yourself. And you got to be okay with your no. You have to be okay with your boundaries. And you have to be okay with putting you first. That is a requirement. So as we talk about the boundaries that you set forth, what about the boundaries you receive from other people? If you can put it out there, you got to be able to receive. And you have to be okay with that. Living life isn't one-sided. Having boundaries isn't one-sided. You have to be able to accept and receive. This is the middle of the week, and I just thought we'd jump into that. Because most people will say, well, I'm setting my boundaries. This is what I want. This is what I'm going to do. This is what is necessary for me, and me. And that's good. That's good. But you got to be okay to receive as well. And when I say be okay to receive as well, if somebody tells you no, you can't get mad. You can't get upset. Can't get angry. Just like you say no, you got to be able to receive the no. That's where those healthy boundaries come in. You're setting your boundaries. And other people are setting theirs too. And if everybody is respecting each other's boundaries, the no's won't be so hard. The no's won't hurt so much. The no's won't be a big deal. Because I respect you and you respect me. And because of that love and respect that we have for each other, if I am asking something of you and you tell me no, that's okay. That's okay. But it also goes the other way. If you ask me for something, ask me to do something, or ask something of me, and I say no, you got to receive it just the same. And I believe that once you get to that space in your life to be able to accept others as they tell you no, as they establish boundaries, It makes it easy for you to be able to do the same. But you should still be able to do it without them doing it as well. Because sometimes we are the teachers and we're teaching without teaching. Because you have to teach people how to treat you. You have to teach people how to look at you. You have to teach people how to receive you. Now, if I'm teaching you how to receive me and you ask something of me and my answer is no, and you get upset or you want to have a conversation, that's letting me know that you're not okay with giving or receiving a no. Or maybe you're okay with giving a no, but you're not okay with receiving. Because of the respect that you have for others and the respect that you have for yourself, knowing that no is a complete sentence should be enough. Knowing that no is a complete sentence should be enough. And that's where boundaries come in. You have to set your boundaries and be okay with that. You have to be okay with your boundaries. And I know there are times in life where people will supersede your boundaries. They'll bypass your boundaries like a bulldozer, roll right over your boundaries, right? When they do, then you got to reset that boundary. You have to reset that boundary. You have to let them know, you know what? Okay, that happened this time, but it can't happen again. Why? Because you have to take care of you. And I tell you all the time, you can't take care of someone else if you haven't taken care of you first. You absolutely cannot take care of anyone else, be it a parent, a sibling, a friend, a coworker, a spouse. Doesn't matter. If you haven't taken care of you first, you cannot take care of somebody else. And if you are doing it and you haven't taken care of yourself, more than likely, you're doing it on fumes. You're doing it on fumes. And that's not healthy because you will burn out. I can promise you that. You will burn out. So let's think about that just for a minute. Let's think about what that looks like, putting yourself first. What that looks like, taking care of you first. What that looks like, good morning. What that looks like when you say no with no explanation, knowing that no is a complete sentence. Sit in that. Understand how that feels. Understand that that is absolutely okay, regardless of what the recipient of your no is saying, thinking, or feeling. Your no is your complete sentence. There's no need for explanation. It's totally up to you. You don't have to say, no, I can't because. That's a choice. That is absolutely a choice. But you don't have to. And when you can sit in your no, I promise you, you'll feel a lot better. And it's not that you're being mean. And it's not that you love them any less, because you don't. You may even love them more than you love yourself. But the problem is, I can't show up for you if I haven't shown up for myself. I can't take care of you if I haven't taken care of myself. I can't. And not that I don't want to, and not that I love you any less. But how can I show up for you if I don't put me first and take care of me first? Right? I'm sure most of you have caught a plane or watched a movie that had an airplane in it, right? When you first get on the plane and they start to talk about all the rules on the plane, one of the things they say, if the cabin loses pressure and the oxygen masks fall, put yours on first and then help others. If I put your mask on before I put on mine, I'm not going to have any oxygen. So I'm helping you. And if I haven't received any oxygen, both of us are going to be hurt. Right? So from a healthy space, from a space of love. As long as I put me first, I can help take care of others. I can help take care of my parents, my siblings, my spouse, my kids, my friends. I can help do all of that. But I can do it with boundaries. And helping you sometimes means helping you help yourself by telling you no. So remember, as you go about your day, and I'm hoping that you have a super fantastic day. I'm hoping that you set your morning up so that your day will be great. As you move about your day, understand, no is a complete sentence. Learn to establish healthy boundaries with your family members, with your friends, all while putting your needs first. Because again, you can't help somebody if you haven't helped yourself. You can't put other people before you so much that you don't even show up for you. And again, doesn't mean you love them any less. Doesn't mean you won't show up for them. Doesn't mean you won't give everything you have. But you have to do it in moderation. You have to do it when you can. You have to do it when it's appropriate and good for you. And when it is not, what do we say? No. Because no is a complete sentence. There's so much in those two letters and in that one word. No. And it's okay. It is absolutely okay. So I'll share with you, I am the author of Not Your Journey to Take. And in my book, Not Your Journey to Take, the title speaks for itself. But I take you on a journey where you come to the realization that everybody else's journey is not yours. Everybody else's destination is not yours. Your journey and your destination is set just for you. Nobody else can take that journey or that destination for you. Nobody else can go on it for you because you are the pilot of your own journey. You are the pilot for your own destination. Nobody else can drive that plane for you. Nobody else can lead you to it. You got to want it and go and get it. And you got to understand that if you don't put you first, how can you achieve anything? How can you do anything? Because distractions are real. Distractions are absolutely real. So when we're up early this morning, having our coffee, tea, water, think about your day. Meditate on it. Sit in it. Journal on it. Read a devotional. Read the Bible. Get your day started. And then as the day happens and distractions happen, I promise you, you will address them a lot differently than you would if you just got up, took a shower, got dressed, and went straight to work. Take some time for yourself. Take some time to become one. Take some time to get yourself in a good place so that when adversity happens throughout the day, when distractions happens throughout the day, you will learn how to put you first when you're making the decisions. Learn how to say, how do I feel about that? Do I want to deal with that? Do I want to be a participant in that? Is that really my bag? Is that really my struggle? And if the answer is no to any of those, pick and choose how you deal with that. Pick and choose how you deal with that. Because it is absolutely not a requirement. It is not a requirement. Learn how to put you first. And you can take care of all others after that. Learn that no is a complete sentence. Those two letters, one word, goes a long way. An absolutely long way. And put yourself first. What was the example I gave about the plane? When the cabin loses air pressure, the oxygen masks fall down. What do they tell you? Put yours on first and then help others. Same premise. Same premise. You have to put yourself first and take care of you before you can take care of anybody else. So on our early morning sipping chats, I'm hoping that you're taking something away from this and realizing that, I need to put me first. I can still help others. I can still be there for everybody, anybody. You can. But with boundaries. Healthy boundaries. After putting yourself first. Understanding your boundaries and knowing that no is everything. That no is everything. And again, some people will take your no as if, oh, so you don't love me anymore. Oh, you don't want to help me anymore. You don't want to be there for me. Or you can't just do this, or you can't just do that. That means that they are taking it personal. They're not considering you. They're not thinking about you. They're not thinking about what you have going on. They're not thinking about what you got planned or whatever you have sitting in your lap. They're not thinking about that. They're thinking about themselves and how your no is affecting them. I'm going to say that to you one more time. They're thinking about how your no is affecting them, not how your no is affecting you and how that's necessary for you. And you needed to say no. You needed to say no because you had something to do or not. Whatever the case may be, your no is your no is your no. I want to thank you for joining me. I want to thank you for watching my live. I want to thank you for watching the replay. In the comments or send me a DM. Share with me a boundary that you're going to implement in 2023. Let's talk about a goal. 1 or 2 goals that you're going to implement in 2023. And the goal and the boundary can coexist. So it can be one and the same. But put it in the comments or send me a DM. I know not everybody is comfortable with putting it in the comments because it's a little touchy situation when you talk about boundaries. And you don't necessarily want everybody to see it. Because you're trying to implement those boundaries on the low so that you can be okay and so that everybody doesn't get upset with you. Well, it doesn't matter whether you do it on the low, behind the scenes, or real slow. The outcome is the outcome. They're not going to be happy with it regardless. But once you get past the initial no, you'll begin to learn it's okay. It is absolutely okay. And you're not hurting anybody. You're actually saving yourself. And it's okay to put yourself first. Healthy boundaries are absolutely necessary. Knowing that no is a complete sentence begins that entire domino effect. My name is Keisha Mason Campbell. I want to thank you for joining me for our early morning sip and chat. I teach women that no is a complete sentence, and I show them how to establish healthy boundaries with their families while putting their needs first. To get your copy of Not Your Journey to Take, you can visit my website at www.notyourjourneytotake.com. I hope that you are starting your day with you first, putting you first, becoming one, and getting on an even playing field with yourself to get your day started. In your day, I hope that you have a super fantastic day. And let nobody get in the way of your boundaries because your no is your complete sentence. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the morning.